Today's video lesson is about variables and about lists. We've actually been using variables the whole time. Whenever we told this robot to move, there was information saved to the robot name, and then we were able to tell it to do different things. Also in demo, we may have made a new robot by doing var space my robot equals to make new robot, and then the image. And then, since this robot was saved to this name, we were able to do things to this variable just by pulling it up again and then calling some functions on it. Variable doesn't have to be just a robot. It can be a lot of things. So for example, I can make a variable called my name and give it the value of my name. Now, if I type my name again, it'll bring it back. So at any point, I use that name, I can make a string hello with quotes around it and then add a space and then add my name to it, and it can bring the value back and run the code with it. And there's all kinds of things that you can do once you have a value saved to a variable. A variable can also be a number, like x equals to 10, and then var y equals to 20. And now if I do x plus y, I get 30. Now, a really powerful thing to have in JavaScript is to be able to put a list of something together and then to be able to go over each item in the list and do something. So we're going to start by learning how to make a list today. In JavaScript, they're called arrays, and we can make one by doing something as simple as typing an open square bracket and then a closed square bracket. And press enter. That's the first list. This list is kind of boring. It doesn't have any values in it. So I can put some values in it, just like this, by comments separating each item in the list. So now I have a list with 3 numbers in it. But I can't do anything with that once I've made this list. So what can we do? We can store a list that we make to a variable. So I type var mylist equals to this array. Now whenever I pull up my list, it'll show. Let's actually do something extra. This page lets us show our list like this on the page, so that whenever we change it, we can see it display right away. Now we can make this list about anything. We can make lists about anything. I'm actually gonna make a grocery list. So I'm gonna say var my groceries equals to, I want some milk, I want some cereal. Bananas are good. I love eggs. Some Flaming Hot Cheetos, because everybody needs those. And some new toothpaste. So I've stored my groceries with this list, and I can show this list. Let's do my groceries on the page. As I'm shopping, I can say, oh, well, I bought my toothpaste, and I can pop off the last value. Or I can say things like, what is the first item on my list? Now, computers start counting at 0, so to get the first item, I have to do my groceries of 0. And you can get that first item just like this. You put in your variable name or your list name, and then you type these square brackets, and then which number item it is, and then close the square bracket. So that's my first item, that's my second item. And I actually, instead of cereal, I want to be a little more specific. I want Rice Krispies. So now my groceries actually has Rice Krispies in it instead of just cereal. In class, we're going to practice with our own arrays, and they can be anything. Arrays are really powerful because, for example, we can ask the computer to repeat calling the same function or the same set of instructions on each item on the list. Getting the computer to repeat something over and over again for us is way less boring than us doing that thing again and again. Look forward to seeing you in class.